Yo, what's going on guys? HashBrown Doyler here. Today I'm going to be doing another episode of my Skate 3 DeathRace shortcut tutorials. Today's map is going to be Deadly Ditch. Today I'm going to be doing a live commentary as well. Usually I get the video first and I commentate over, but today I want to get way more detail, way more depth in this map because there's so much more you need to know about this than what I can fit in like a 6-minute video. Yeah, I already tried making this video twice. First time I did it, someone bloody called on the telephone, I had to bloody talk to them for about 5 minutes. Second time, I tried recording it, but it like effed up or some shit like that, so I'm bloody pissed off. So, anyways, let's just get on to it. If you like teleport up here, you'd see like there'll be 2 benches there, and this thing here. What you want to do is go to, you hold, if you're on Xbox, you hold LB and you press B if you're on PlayStation's L1 and circle, and you just delete both the benches there and this bin here. The reason the bin is here is because in the last video that I tried to do with this, I explained that since I have a new shitty Xbox, whenever I go to a certain distance it respawns, and on my old Xbox, I could go as far as I wanted, they wouldn't respawn. Because when you do this route, the bloody benches and like the bins and that bloody hurdle gets in the way sometimes. So yeah, I'm gonna be showing you the route that I do, but you can I do an RB speed glitch in mine. You can do the speed glitch with the object up towards the spawn more, or where I personally put it, this really personal preference, I reckon. Oh yeah, before I get into it, I am the founder of this back in late 2012, I believe it was, and good old T for TJ, but I think he claimed that he founded it and he told a few people. I don't know, it doesn't really matter. As long as people know that and it's helped growing the DeathRace community, I guess I'm happy. Right, anyways, so basically you go to Object Dropper, and you go, you press X and you go large, decked quarter pipe. Oh yeah, hold on, you go down to ramps and you go to large decked quarter pipe. This is where I personally put it. If you are in Goofy, I recommend roughly in this area right around here. If you are in Regular, flip it to this way, you can put it around here. But since I'm in Goofy, I'm going to be doing it like right here. And I'm just going to line it up. I recommend, like, whenever you are trying to get a DeathRace clip and it involves doing an RB speed glitch on an object, you spend so much time moving them, man. Like, usually if you need to have in a perfect spot, like after every single attempt, you have to go back, get off your board, run back and like fix it. So yeah, that looks good. So usually, no, not usually, you do. You spawn like right here, you get off your board. Oh, I get off my board, that's what I personally do anyways. There's 2, ooh, had some noodles before, it was tasty, beef noodles. No, anyways, there's 2 like characters that spawn on this side, and there's one that spawns next to you where you spawn, and then 2 on this side. There's two people right here that always, they're real retarded, they're mentally handicapped, they always either like just stand where they are, or they bail, or they go backwards or some shit like that. They always get them in your way. So you have to like run around them usually like that or some shit. Then straight after that I do my cannibal speed glitch. Oh, what a speed glitch that was. No, I won't do it now because it'll be hard to see. But I do a cannibal speed glitch. I get off my board roughly around here. I do that, I get off my board, I have lots of speed. Then you do the RB speed glitch right about here, like at the very end. I think if you do RB speed glitch at the end of objects here faster. I'll just try one real quick. Oh, okay. Didn't think that would work because when I tried it in like that last video, it bailed straight away. Alright, anyways. So in the route, oh yeah, before I actually get into the route itself, I just want to quickly say, for practically every single DeathRace map, I think it's practically every single DeathRace map, there's a distance that you have to go before you can place down an object. Like for example, on this one here, the distance is like, it's like right around here or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. But you can, I just place it up here anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me. Because if you place, let's say if you before you actually go into the race itself, you place a ramp right here, so you can just do it straight away. You go into the DeathRace and it despawns because you are too close to the limit of where you can put it. So if you actually want to have it to be put up there, you need to I would just put it over here, then start the race. Then it should just be over here, and you just drag it all the way down to where you want it. It can take quite a while, but it's definitely worth it if you want to try at a time. Okay, so anyways, if you've seen my other video on the final mountain race route, you should know this one real easily because it's exactly the same route, except for that at the end you don't go to the right and onto the road. You just go straight. Yeah, so anyways, let's just say I got a speed glitch off that. You go really fast. If you go real fast, you can you can't really do it to this one right here, but on this next one you can ollie into this so you get more speed. Then sometimes you can ollie over this, but I did it way too high. Or you can just push, just for a bit. I'm gonna slow up right around here because this is a bit that I want to talk about. When you go real fast, or down here, you want to take a right, in between this pole and this bit right here. The perfect place to jump, I reckon, is just in the middle of it, right in here. So basically, you're going to want to ollie. So you want to ollie over it. So you want to, hold on, let me just try this out. Hold on. Yeah, I'm a noob, I know I need to test it. Okay, I'm shit. Anyways, you wanna get up here. Alright, so you ollie before it, if that makes any sense, because if you ollie too late, your board goes over this ledge, if that makes any sense. So your board hits it and you don't get the best speed you can get. There's this thing called doing a carpet, which makes you go faster. If you ollie too early, you just hit either the middle of this or the top of it and just go, it shoots you up, basically. Yeah, don't do it too far to the right, because you can land in this and then it just respawns you. So make sure you just aim for the middle, that's what I always do. This next bit is probably the second hardest, so I'm good. This next bit is probably the second hardest part, in my opinion, because it's the trees. These bushes are invisible, which you can go through, which is great, which is bueno. Then there's these bloody trees, and there's that bloody rail down there. So many times I've hit these trees in the rail, man, I tell you what. So basically, if I can go back up here, what I usually do is, if I can turn around, I usually come down at this angle, right here. So I come down here, then usually right here I'd swerve to the right, and hopefully, if I can, yep, that would have made me bail. I probably didn't swerve enough to the right, so I usually try to swerve to the right and go through this bit right in here. Yep, that's perfect, because you can, in between that tree to the left of me and that one there, and you're not close to that, that bank bit right here. So I aim for this, you go in between the trees, and if you're at the perfect angle, you go in between, if I can do it. Oh, you can't see it, but I'll just come down here. So yeah, you don't need to ollie or anything, it just flies you off. You usually land in here, and it puts you perfectly in between that tree and this tree, so you don't need to worry about swerving, getting out of the way, and going slower. So it's really good. So you just come through here, and this next bit is the hardest part, man. I'll tell you what. I'm still trying to figure out how you master it as well. It's bloody difficult. So yeah, you come up here, well, you don't come up here, you come down here, and I usually try and do an ollie, I don't know, just roughly in this area. The more you do it, the more you get comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it. I absolutely hate doing this map on career mode. That's one of the reasons for why I actually started trying to get the records on the non-speed glitch, non-shortcut routes. But I do enjoy doing this map with the shortcut and speed glitches. It's just more difficult because I'm real bad at the spot. You ollie off this and you like, this is technique that I found out. I don't know if any of you guys know about this, but if you do a a kickflip or like just an ollie, then you hold. If you do a dark catch basically, so if you do a kickflip dark catch, 360 flip dark catch, ollie late flip dark catch, just if you go into a dark catch, it actually helps you do transitions, which is bloody amazing. I found that out in like 2013 doing this map actually. I remember I was like all the way on the side and I went flying over here, like, no, like I just randomly did a dark edge and I could actually see my body like turning to the left, and I actually landed in that bank right in front of my helmet, like all the way down there. Even though I do not recommend aiming for that side, I recommend aiming to the middle, like right in the middle part, because that bank just looks way more safer, way more better. And there's like two sides of the bank, so you might be able to land on the right side or the left. Yeah, so I'll come down here and not bail. Okay, not bailed. Yeah, so usually you land roughly somewhere in this bank, I reckon you'd land. And usually you would have so much speed, so try not to go off this bit right here, because if you do, you just go straight onto this and you fly out. I've done that many times. So you need to probably just tap the stick to the right, and before you know it, you are finished. And this has been going on for nearly 12 minutes, and we haven't even gone into anything else on this map. Yeah, so that's basically the career mode, the shortcut speed glitch route. Man, I told you it was going to be a long one. Well, I don't know if I said it was going to be a long one in the other video that bloody didn't record. I said it was going to be a long one. Yep, so now I'm going to explain everything that you need to know about the online route, or the non-speed glitch, non-shortcut route. And before I do, I just want to say, doing the Ollie YY speed glitch isn't a speed glitch, because like in the DeathRacing community, I guess you could say, we don't consider that as a speed glitch, because it's just not a glitch. It's within the mechanics of the game, if that makes any sense. Like the cannibal speed glitch, that's a glitch because it's not something that you're supposed to do. Like the RB speed glitch, it's not something you're supposed to do. Backwards man, that's not something you're supposed to do. The double Y speed glitch, that's not a speed glitch. We see it as a technique to get more speed, if that makes sense. So that's why you can do the double Y speed glitch in like and non-speed glitch runs, because it doesn't count as a speed glitch. Alright, anyways, so I'm probably going to even spend more time explaining this route, because there's just so much you need to know about it for the perfect bloody time. Alright, anyways, I'm just going to get straight into it. Yeah, you spawn right here, you do one push, doesn't matter if you're Mongo or just pushing regular or not, you know. I usually push, then I hold a B straight away. That's usually what I do. The reason I do that is because if you just push, you land way too down here, and it just doesn't give you enough speed. Jeez, a loud bloody truck just went past my house. Right, anyways, if you push, then you hold B straight away. This is what it looks like, and it's like way more flow, way more like speed. So you'd go down here. I usually grab before I go into there, and roughly in this area right here, you jump off your board and on your board. So I'm just gonna say the double Y speed glitch, because everyone knows it is there, even though it's not a speed glitch. So you jump off your board. Usually I just tap Y as soon as my feet touch the ground, which would usually be in this bit roughly in here. So you go back on your board, and the perfect run that you want to do is that you do with like a bounce type of thing. Your board floats or bounces down here. I'll try real quick, and if I do it, you'll know what I mean. Well, that was actually really fast, and it's not the right thing. Oh, this might be it. No. Anyways, like basically, it's kind of like luck, kind of. If you do it right, your board would bounce and you get lots of speed. Also, I do when I jump off a normal board, I do the front side 360 shove it. Just because it gives you more speed. But you don't need to if you don't want to, it doesn't really make any difference, I just personally like doing that. So basically, you should hold on to your board as you get down to here. Make sure you're straightened out, make sure you're not in an angle like this, or an angle like that, because you're probably going to bail the next thing that you do. There's a lot, and I mean a lot of different techniques you can do after this point, but I'm not going to name them all, I'm just going to name two different ones, the two different techniques in this area, from this bit to that ledge, or like the first drop. The main one, I don't know, the oldest one, I guess you could say, is doing an ollie and a grab like that. So basically, it's as simple as doing an ollie and doing a front side grab just before you hit the ground. You don't need to hold down the grab button, you can just tap it. So if you're a goofy like me, just before you get wheels at the ground, you tap LT. If you are in regular, you do ollie and you tap RT before you hit the ground. The technique that I do, I've never tried to explain it to anyone, but I'll try my best. It's basically doing a nollie pop. It's the nollie pop technique, but I do it differently. I like add more stuff to it. So I do a nollie pop. I do it like, I've probably got the fastest nollie pops in DeathRace. Like, if you see me do it, it's crazy. So I do nollie pops like this, like that. You nollie pop, and you do a frontside grab immediately. I see this other, I sometimes, I'm still working on this technique. You do the nollie pop, wait, let me try it. Nollie pop, high pump, frontside grab. This is real hard though, because high pumps give you more speed. Just like, that's real weird, I don't know. So yeah, anyways, this is what it should roughly look like as soon as I load. Yep, there we are. So this part should look like this. I'm not going to do my technique, I'll just do the other one. So yes, I'll leave frontside grab. I effed up the first one, because I'm a noob. And so yeah, anyways, the first drop, this bit right here, I reckon, this is arguably the most important drop in the run. If you have a shit drop, you're gonna have a shit run. If you have a good drop, you'll have a good run. Well, you can't have a good run unless you bail. So you want to, I've seen lots of different people try to figure out how you do this. They all do it wrong, in my opinion. I've seen people, they just hold onto their board and they just go flying over here, they go fly over the sides, they land all the way down there on the flat or in the bank. I've seen people try to ramp off the corner of this and the corner of like the bank bit. I don't reckon that's the correct way. The correct way is, if you need to be comfortable with knowing how far you can jump with the certain amount of speed that you have. It can take like a week to learn it, it can take, I don't know, half a year, who knows. To me, it just came as like, I figured out how far I could jump from doing this map so many times, because if you do this map so many times, if you jump too far back, you'll like hit the top of this. If you jump too early, you go all the way down there. You basically get used to how far you can't jump. So you need to, like, if you have the average amount of speed that you will have, you should jump like right here, and like in an angle as well. I like do it in an angle, either to the left or to the right, doesn't really matter. So if you do an angle, there's a thing called a carpet, which I said before, is when your legs extend and you like maintain speed and you get more speed when you land, if that makes sense. And you should land down here. Okay. So after you go down here, well, you see that guy just go flying past. Anyways, yes, you do that, like, you do your speed technique, either doing your nollie pops, or you can just ollie grabs, whatever, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of different ones you can and can't do for certain maps. The nollie pops, if you're someone that does nollie pops, this corner is a bitch and a half. I actually found out how you can turn, or kind of turn, doing nollie pops. You basically need to do it like with your thumbstick, you need to push it to the side like that. And if that makes any sense, I hope it does. It's real difficult though. And there's actually two possible ways to do this corner. the main one is jumping over the corner of this. If you're at the right angle, you should just come straight through here. You ollie over this, you land to the bank. Another way of doing it, which I don't do, but I want to learn how to do it. The reason I can't and don't do it is because of the lollipops that I do. Is you have less time to move. That's why I do the lollipop turn thing I just said. Instead of like when you can like do your ollie grabs like this, you like turn way easier. You can actually just float like without ollieing, just go down here and just real quick. But I just do it this way because I'm just used to it. So you usually land like right here. Switch it on. Yes, you land down here. You do like maybe 2-3 more ollie grab techniques, whatever you do. And this bit here is really fun. Well, a bit coming up at least. These two walks can be a bitch and a half sometimes, especially if you're going so fast you don't really have enough time to do your adjustments, because you want to try to get as many ollie or nollie grabs in as possible. So you need to, ollie at the perfect time. The more you do every map, the more you realize how soon and how late you should jump for every spot. So you do this, you glide down here, and this is a technique that I actually found out. It's called, well, there isn't really a name, but you just do a stiffy. If you don't know what a stiffy is, then ask yours. No, it's also a skateboard move. It's that one right there. I'll show you where you do it. So I don't think I actually found this way, this bit right here. I think someone else did actually. Might have been T for TJ, I don't even know. But I used to like do this revert thing at the corner of it. I used to just do a revert, and I used to just see you flying, but you land real sketchy, so I stopped doing that and I found out about this. Anyways, this bit is also one of the hardest parts, but it's also one of the funnest parts, because if you do it right, you're in the air for quite a while and it just looks real sick. I actually tried teaching one of the guys, I think he might be in 4U, or he used to be, how you do this, but he couldn't do it. He might have been Cryptic or Galvanized, or I don't know, one of the 4U guys. Anyways, this is real difficult to explain because I just can't explain how you do it. I don't know, because you need to hit the corner of this at the exact, like the right angle, and at the right speed. Because if you don't have enough speed, you need to know that you need to do more up. If you have like lots and lots and lots of speed, you can do way back here. And this is like the technique I was talking about, the stiffy technique, or whatever how you want to bloody call it. You do actually helps you glide. Like it's like the same thing with the dark hatching that I was telling you before. It helps you go into a transition. That this helps you maintain your speed without going too high, I guess you would say, or too low or whatever. So if you've seen like my video on 3 DeathRace records in a day, or world record at Deadly Ditch or some shit like that, I do that quite a bit because it helps you. And especially if you like tap stiffies like that, like it looks like your body's twitching, that helps you, like, it basically, I see it as it helps you bounce off, like, it's like an invisible bounce you do to the ground to help you stay in the air. I look at it as that, even though that makes no sense, that's what I see it as. And you, if you do it right, you land roughly in here. And this bit is probably the hardest bit coming up, man. This took me, you have no idea how long this took me to figure out how you do properly, without bailing every single bloody time. So from that bank there to this bit, you do maybe 2 or 3 more, ollie grab, whatever you do, and you ollie or nollie whatever you want into this bank. This bit's pretty easy. You come down here. If you have, like, I mean a crazy amount of speed, like, I think you might have to be like 44 seconds or quicker, you might be coming up to be able to do this. If you don't think you'll be at 44 seconds, then just flow right down here, no problem. But if you have so much speed, if you try just go down here, you always, and I mean you practically always, land on the flat down there and bail. Unless if you're lucky and you like land in the bank in a manual, then you might be right. But this bit here, I always like bailed until I found a way that you can do it without bailing. In regular, I don't know if this works as much, but I do know it works because in Goofy, I know that your body turns like into the left. If that makes sense. Okay, so you come at this exact angle. So you land in here, you come at this angle. And I always hold onto my board like this. Well, I usually do at least, or I don't, I can't even remember. You come in like right here, and at the last second, practically at the last second, I turn into the left like that. So I come in and I turn into the left, and I like land in here like safely, basically. Then once you're down here, you just do a couple, like 1 or 2 ollie pops or whatever, and then you ollie over this, and the finish line is right here. And this has been going on for 26 minutes, so I'm gonna quickly, and I mean like real quickly, just do this map. Just try to do a first try, just so you know how the map's supposed to look like. Hopefully I do not bail, hopefully I don't do a real shit time. I spit on my mic, Jesus. That'd be great if this would load. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So now, when you see me do it, you should know more what it looks like, and just keep practicing, and you should be able to get better and better in no time. And here we go. So far, so good. I effed up already. I effed up already. Oh man, this is gonna be a shit time. I am real shit at DeathRace. Alright. Oh, I've effed up again. Every single drop so far, I've effed up. I effed up again. Hold mate. Hot dog. Okay, I didn't F up right there, even though I could have done it. Now, the reason I'm not doing the best of my ability, I'm just bloody nervous, man. This is my. You see, like right there, I turned it and I went into the bank. Okay, so, anyways, you know, you get it, like the finish line, you get it right there. That would have been like, I don't know, 46 seconds or some shit. So, practically, you just practice every single one of those drops over and over again, and like the non-shortcut and the shortcut route. And there's practically it. This has been the longest video I've ever done. It's going to take me ages to like bloody ring around and shit, but that's practically it. If you have enjoyed this video, please leave a thumbs up, comment saying what map you want me to do next. Bloody hell, that's about it, and I'll catch you guys later, man.